The biggest question with 3D printed FPV drones is how strong actually are they? Right here I have 3 drones. I have a 7-inch, a 5-inch, and a 3-inch, all custom designed and printed at a PHDCF by Bamboo. And in this video, I'm gonna demo the strength of material using these 2 frames I have right here, which happen to be duds, but I'm gonna use them and we're gonna try to break them and we're gonna see how much it takes to actually snap the frame. All right, so here's our first frame. This one had a small print error right here on one of the arms. As you can see, it kind of popped up a little bit and just didn't really print quite right. So it'll work fine for a test. These frames, I'm not gonna be installing the top plate. In reality, that would add some rigidity to the structure, but I think for the sake of this test, I'm just gonna snap it. So yeah, I'm just gonna grab it like this and see how much force it takes to actually snap it. And just for reference, PLA is pretty easy. I printed these out of PLA before, and I mean, you could just grab both ends with pretty minimal force and just snap it. So yeah, let's give it a try. Now you can't really tell how much force I'm putting into this, but I assure you it's a decent bit. Yep, a little break. Yep, there we go. Bam, there we go. It's the middle. So there's the first frame. It did break, but hopefully that gives a sort of idea of the frame structure. Here's the second one. I'm gonna do something different. I'm just gonna be chucking it at that grill. I'm gonna hopefully hit the concrete if I could aim. And we're just gonna see what sort of damage this thing takes. Yeah, pretty simple, pretty crude. Let's just get to it. One of those throws actually chipped off a little piece. Oop, focus on that. A little piece of the grill back there. So here's the final result right here. I don't know how many times I chucked it. I didn't count. I guess I could throw the number right here. But yeah, I mean, this is kind of what I expected. So a lot of the pillars took the brunt of the hit because I was kind of chucking it downwards a lot of the times. So without the top plate, they did break off. So maybe in the future, I'll swap the pillars without these supports to standoffs. But besides that, I mean, the arms held up. I guess I could keep chucking it, but I mean, I'm overall pretty happy. I mean, the PLA was super weak. I've tested so many materials at this point. Probably this is my 4th material that I've actually built the drone with. And this stuff's been pretty amazing so far. So anyway, the pillars eventually did break because they got a lot of the impact, but the actual frame of the arms did pretty good. We have a few small dents near the motor guards or the hands. So you can see that right here. Get a good look at that. That's after a lot of throws at the concrete and also the metal and also the wood. So I mean, it's not carbon fiber, but I think for achieving these really cool shapes that really are only done using 3D printing, I think this is more than sufficient for what I would deem as acceptable as a freestyle pilot. So yeah, nice. What's up? It's me from the future. I'm a little sick and it's a little windy, but I realize the comparison is really only fair if I also chuck a carbon fiber frame at the grill. So right here in my hands, I have a little Volador 3.5 inch. And yeah, we're gonna see what happens. It's already broken, but we'll see if anything else breaks. So again, no top plate, just to keep things fair. I'm gonna leave the standoffs. So let's get to it. So off the bat on the first throw, already a big dent there. So kind of what I expected. So off to a good start. I mean, a few throws in, kind of what you'd expect. A lot of the standoffs broke off. The front plate broke off. The arms are still fine. I mean, this thing's pretty strong. There's some pretty serious frame denting right there. I mean, this part's like kind of fully ruptured. So this wouldn't be a test if I didn't keep on going. So, all right, let's keep going. By the way, here's the frame. It's a great frame. I've used it for a lot. Here is the final result. I mean, I would say this is a pretty fair test. I mean, it's pretty crude, but no arms broke, which is good. The standoffs, we lost one. The rest got, I guess, bent, and then this piece just got broken off. Bunch of dents. I mean, kind of to be expected, you know. I mean, this is pretty much what you'd imagine. But I mean, yeah, I mean, it did good. I think it's a fair comparison. Yeah, back to the video. So I'm gonna grab it like this, and I'm just gonna see how much it takes to snap. So, all right, let's start. Okay, I don't really know a good way to show this. I guess I could do it like this. Just do it like this. Fucking hell. You can see it's warped a little bit. You could bend that back. I've done it before. But this definitely gives a good idea of how strong it is. I've noticed the only way I've been able to break it is when I grab the opposite sides like this, and I just like fully torque it down the middle. And then eventually, yeah. Then eventually I get a snap like that. So you can see the inside right here. It has a gyroid lattice, which you can see if it focuses right there. And I've actually switched from gyroid to rectilinear in the new ones because it actually creates, it actually makes it more resistant to these sort of brakes. But I mean, that's a pretty good example of what it takes. I can keep breaking it, but I feel like that gets the point across. I don't want to hurt my thumbs. All right, I have to do it. I have to break it. Let's see how well it does. I have no idea what's gonna happen. I've never actually done this. Holy shit. Just like that. I mean, if I had to say, I would say about maybe the same force or less. I mean, this obviously is more rigid, so you'd kind of expect that. But yeah, just a fair comparison. All right, back to the video. All right, now if any of you guys want to see this little guy fly, I'm just gonna put a compilation of a bunch of my crashes with this one that I actually managed to recover. So that should be fun to watch. But yeah, besides that, see ya.